Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tombstone Tourist, originating from here at Springhill Cemetery in Nashville, Tennessee. As I've said in previous videos from here, this is a very large cemetery that is the final resting place of several notable country music personalities. In past videos from here, I've visited the grave of the king of country music, Mr. Roy Acuff, along with one of his Smoky Mountain boys, fiddle player Howard Forster. Last week, we visited the graves of steel guitar player Pete Drake, country comedian Speck Rhodes, and the tall Texan, Billy Walker. This week, we're in Section Y near the Peaceful Valley section of Springhill Cemetery, where we're going to be visiting the final resting place of a member of both the Rock and Roll and the Country Music Hall of Fames. Here, we find the final resting place of piano player Floyd Cramer. Floyd Cramer was born in Shreveport, Louisiana on October 27, 1933. But grew up in the state of Arkansas, and as a youngster, he taught himself how to play the piano. After graduating from high school, he returned to Shreveport, where he got a job playing the piano on the Louisiana Hayride. In 1955, Elvis Presley performed on the Hayride and hired Floyd Cramer as a member of his band. Floyd stayed with Elvis for the rest of 1955, but when Elvis insisted that his band relocate to Hollywood, Floyd declined and moved to Nashville. In Nashville, Floyd found that while the piano wasn't widely popular in country music, it was growing in popularity, and he set about to increase the piano's presence in Nashville. Floyd soon became one of the busiest and most popular session musicians, not only in country music, but in the entire music industry, accompanying such stars as Patsy Cline, Jim Reeves, Eddie Arnold, Roy Orbison, the Everly Brothers, and of course, Elvis. In fact, it was Floyd Cramer who was playing the piano on Elvis's smash hit, Heartbreak Hotel. While Floyd was a popular and well-known session musician, he also had a long career as a solo performer that included several top 40 instrumental hits. In 1960, he released his hit, Last Date, which sold over 1 million copies and went to number 2 on the charts behind Elvis's number 1 recording, Are You Lonely Tonight, which just happened to feature Floyd Cramer on the piano. In the 1960s, Floyd began touring with noted guitar player Chet Atkins and saxophonist Boots Randolph and the Million Dollar Band. Floyd continued to perform with the Million Dollar Band while continuing his career as a solo act and session musician throughout the 1970s and 1980s. In the 1990s, Floyd was diagnosed with lung cancer. The disease progressed and eventually claimed his life at the age of 64 on December 31st, 1997. Floyd Cramer was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003. And in 2008, he was inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. Finally, Floyd's legacy lives on through his grandson, Jason Coleman, who has followed in his grandfather's footsteps, becoming an accomplished pianist in his own right. He has honored his grandfather by appearing on the Grand Ole Opry, and when Floyd was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2003, Jason played at the induction ceremony. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's video. If you remember Floyd Cramer or any of the people that we visit in these videos, please be sure to leave me a comment. I always enjoy it when you share your memories with me. And remember, I upload a new tombstone video every Sunday morning. So if you enjoy this type of content, please remember to ring that bell and subscribe. While you're at it, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. Now, until next week, please remember, life is a wonderful journey. Be sure to take time and enjoy it. And I'll see you down the road. So long, everybody.